Nice, I mean, something. I mean,
Well,
something.
we play Sand Knight is what we do.
Yep.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Sand Knight has a notoriously bad reputation of making seeds that tend to be on the bad luck side. So I asked Sand Knight to make the seeds for this set of 5. So even though it is complete RNG and there's nothing to it, it tends to lean that way. And yeah, so any bad luck can be attributed to Sand Knight in the chat.
Septic probably making some last inventory decisions. There's not too much before things get really serious on the battle's front. The Manuivas on Poulet's side are the omens, the harbingers of the water floors up to come, where they're going to be at an elemental disadvantage and the enemies are going to get a lot harder.
Yeah.
The game is going to be telling them to go home.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, again, I pointed out the 5 items that you normally get at the start of a run is obviously the medicinal herb and whatnot. This game is very mean. It actually doesn't give you an item to leave on your first entry. Either you have to get lucky and find a wing crystal, or you die. You lose all the basic equipment, which honestly we've all gotten pretty accustomed to. Like, I know my damage calcs with a wood shield for some reason more than anything else. I wouldn't recommend it. There's a lot better shields out there. That's a lot of monsters on Poulet's side. Especially that Manuiva's just not what you want to see.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough situation. And even balloons hit harder than you'd expect, because although Septic and Poulet, I know Septic has switched to a leather shield for that increased dodge chance that the game does not tell you about. I don't know if Poulet has, and while balloons are fairly manageable early enemies, when you're in a group with them, they can hit pretty hard.
Yeah, and also the other thing, Poulet does actually have the leather shield on, but Poulet also does have the curse status. So
right. That's going to make everything just a little bit worse.
Yeah, so it does make a big difference. Like, normally when you're doing tower climbs, if you find a cursed item, eventually you're probably going to leave and come back, and you're not going to have the same cursed equipment unless you really, really like that cursed, Scarlet Wand or something. You can't find a replacement. But, here's a blind trap on Septic side, which actually affects the player, not the avatar. So it actually makes everything completely...
It also affects the avatar, but, not in the traditional set.
Yeah. This go up trap.
Interesting that although Poulet used that trap loop, whenever he was coming across traps, he wasn't taking the, second or so of time loss to get a bit of the extra EXP. It's an interesting choice. I guess it's maximizing speed, but a little bit of a missed opportunity, I think.
And we're going to go to Egg Bomb on Septic side. He's not even going to deal with
not messing around.
Trap on Poulet's side. This is, I think, the 5th trap he's hit in 7 floors. 6 floors, really, because he only really got to floor 7.
Unfortunate luck.
Yeah. That is Water Ball, Antidote Herb. Honestly, Antidote Herb is good to have no matter what. And Septic getting rid of the cursed wooden wand, never equipping it, never going to know it's cursed. Poulet, still have it.
That's an interesting little path divergence in the woods there. Ships crossing in the night. You never know what your opponent has gotten less lucky about than you, but when you're running, you really have to think, what has my opponent gotten more lucky than me about?
Yeah, and the thing is, for the most part, you can get to floor 6. Actually, you probably get to floor 10 with just a copper sword if you know how to fight right. And you use your resources and stay away from the water monsters. So, it's, again, speaking of water monsters, there's a U-boat on Poulet's side there, there's the Egg Bomb. I don't want to deal with them. They're horrible, horrible monsters. And there's a second one. That's nice.
Isn't that delightful?
Yeah. So when it comes down to avoiding the monsters, we're gonna see Septic just tank a few hits and just continue on and ignore the Manuiva. And we're gonna see a lot of resources go towards this U-boat here, which you don't want to see. And all of a sudden, I think this actually makes Septic actually take over from Poulet. I think that actually was a difference in the floors. Yep, floor 9. And also, I forgot to say as well, actually, this is still a speed run. This is still a race. So the reason we have a 1 hour time limit is to prevent the runners from sitting and basically doing earthquake percent, which is now a thing, thanks community. But the thing is, like, we have whoever gets to the higher floor first wins. So therefore, if Septic got to floor 9 first, if Septic were to die on this floor, hopefully no commentary curse, you would have a benchmark for Poulet to beat. But if Poulet were to die on floor 9 after getting to floor 9, or after Septic already been to floor 9, he would have to get to floor 10 to get the point, kind of thing. So that's our little way of deciding who wins and who loses these matches if they do not complete the tower, which is entirely possible because... Oh no, what are you doing with...
Poulet is not in a good situation.
No, I think I know what he's... Yeah, that's not what you wanted to... He has a lean fruit? Yeah. He was trying to lure Queenie and basically let Queenie take the brunt of the attack, bag him, and then hopefully get to the elevator. That's an antidote herb, Poulet. I think that's a biscuit.
That help. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. There might be some nerves into play here. We don't 100% know, obviously, because both runners actually cannot watch each other's streams because it is a fixed seed. But
we will probably find out, or maybe we won't. Oh, there's another wooden wand. And Septic looked like he was thinking about it for a second there, and ultimately decided not to go for it. That sword is not going to be doing much good, though.
He used a couple red sands on it already, so it's not the worst. There's a sleep from the dream in there. It's not really normally a threatening monster, unless it's with other monsters. Because if it's with other monsters and puts you to sleep, you're probably going to die.
Dreamers have done great work in this tournament.
Somehow, yes.
Somehow or another.
So will Septic go for the blue collar despite using the egg bomb?
I think it'll probably depend on how the floor is laid out. I think certainly with the elevator not immediately at his fingertips, my guess is that he's going to at least try and see if it is on his way. But without the egg bomb, there's a little bit less incentive to, like, you can't fuse monsters when you only have one monster, basically.
Also, Poulet coming across all the U-boats on floor 9. That's the final floor they can appear on. I'm pretty sure Septic just went a different path and just never saw many of the U-boats.
Yeah, that was a relatively easy trip up for Septic, and that's amounted to a little bit of a lead.
And honestly, like, between these two runners, having a couple floor lead does make a big difference. I don't think they have entirely similar play styles, but no one in the community really does. Septic seems to be really good on the enemy avoidance. That's a Kraken. That's going to go left, though. Yeah, so you're by finding that one. Knowing how monsters move and knowing how this game operates is absolute key to survival. And no one wants to see a Kraken ever.
That is true. They are just nasty. They're just tanky enough, just strong enough, and if you're like Septic using a sword, they also have some counterattack damage, because sure, why not?
Yes. Yeah, because unless you have an Earth Shield equipped around you, which is a nice... we got the blue collar on Septic side. Unless you have an Earth Shield, or you have... Ooh, that's a big chunk of damage to Queenie there on Septic side.
Yep, and it is not liking these pickup attempts.
He did check. He does have a lean, so he's probably going to try one more time, and he got it. Okay. When you're going to throw a monster, we say the same. We see the same RNG on Poulet's side. Queenie got put to sleep. But actually, Poulet actually went left, so I'm pretty sure. Okay.
That could have gone slightly better, but Kuhn does sometimes have difficulties when it comes to movement.
No blue collar.
No blue collar for Poulet. A Septic's longer route did cause him to lose that slight lead, but he does at least have that in case he finds a way to use it.
Yeah. And honestly, picking up the seal wand, I don't think I would even do that. Like, yes, it's a wand. Seal is not good, like at all. There's the wooden wand, seal wand, money wand are three of the items that you can pick up for wands. Like even the elemental ones have a niche purpose.
Niche, somewhat. It depends on whether or not you're in that niche, because if you have the same element as your weapon for your mixture magic, you will have increased damage on top of the wand increased damage, and that's great.
Okay, we saw on Septic's side there. Also, Septic took the lead there. He did not step on the frog trap that we saw on Poulet's side. That was uncovered.
Whew, that is a nasty room that I'm sure they're glad they don't have to deal with.
Yep. Because, honestly, like, once you get to floor 16... Also, double Leam, very nice to see. Everyone loves an Leam Garden. It's some of the nicest things you can find. But once you get to floor 16, it's kind of the break of the tower. Because at that point, you can easily kill enemies. There's trolls, which can be done. Oh, that's not the floor 16 you want, though. Yeah, because the thing is, if there's a troll with a bowgun, that's not what you want to see at all. But okay, so floor 17, no Barong chance. Floor 17 is exclusively trolls, and I do believe Maneva starts showing up, too.
Maneva started showing up on the previous floor.
Yes. Yeah. And that's going to be...
I think there might be pickets.
Yeah, pickets are 17. They tend to be a paralyzed one is good, though.
That's a little bit better as effects go. Because while the effect chance isn't high enough to really count on it, it's a nice enough effect, unlike the seal wand, where you both have it's not going to seal, and sealing magic only works on certain enemies anyway.
Mm-hmm. So Poulet's going to probably change Queenie into AI1, or just straight up nuke the picket. Okay.
Alright.
They're very simple to kill. If you just change the AI1 and let Queenie... Oh, Queenie has 6 HP, that's why. This is the one time Queenie can't probably fight a picket. Oh no. 3 HP left?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen Queenie at such low health fighting pickets. Oh, that's a Maneva and an elevator right behind it as well.
That's unfortunate. Not what you want to see.
Mm-hmm. The Arachnido going around, for those who don't know, monsters tend to move with their left hand on the side of the wall. A Blaze Ball, very nice, but you don't want to try to pick up the second one because that's a Transform Maneva, and that will they'll get a free attack on you, and it's not worth the effort. 419 at 21 minutes. Pretty good pace.
Very nice.
Double traps in his room as well. I wonder if Poulet will hit one of them on the way out.
I think it's at least possible. Might not be. And I think the one by the doorway is your more likely contender.
Prison trap. Ooh. A floor 18 egg. I'm pretty sure there's a truth glasses there. Yep. Some Maneva juke.
Oh, that's interesting.
Would you hatch the bell wrong to try to farm a roche fruit from it for a spider egg?
Maybe
no, wait. Poulet doesn't have blue collar.
Oh, right. That does decrease the odds, but wrong is such an interesting monster.
It's really a gotcha machine, I believe, is the term everyone keeps using for it.
Mm-hmm. It can show you oh, look! Re-replicating that earlier elevator room over on Septic's side.
It's honestly one of my favorite strats to do.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
no.
Bad.
That's also the one. Oh no, sorry. It's gonna be the next one that comes up to him, for distance wise. There's normally they teleport relatively close to you, as far as I can tell. But he's gonna want that fireball back. I'm pretty sure that might be the one there, and that's gonna cut straight across as well. So he's gonna have to move one right and then catch it. Oh, pickets are the best monsters because he can. Goodbye, Picket. I have no idea where you're going now.
It's going on an adventure, I'm sure.
Oh, there's a wand there too. Well, we're now in Viper Town.
Not gonna take that time with spiders around. We haven't talked about them much yet, and I think most of the audience knows a little bit about the game at this point. But they hit hard. They hit so hard, they are made of pain and hurt.
Ooh,
there goes the barong.
That's such a shame.
It's sad.
Also, I am going to start a timer on my side at the 24-minute mark because Poulet actually stopped his timer.
Oh.
So I am going to start when Septic goes, and I'll have it on my side so we know what time his is. Because, yeah, that's unfortunately, if you accidentally hit a key on the keyboard, which is a global key when you're playing this game or doing whatever, that happens, but this time I actually am prepared, so.
Nicely done. Also, the floors Septic are on are these Vipers who also hit hard and are water elemental, and there's a theme here, and it's why are water elemental monsters so mean to me? What have I done to you?
Yeah, and rip Queenie on Poulet's side as well. There you go. I got my timer going for Poulet on my side.
That's not going to be a huge obstacle to Poulet, but it's not an obstacle. It is a bundle fewer resources when you get right down to it.
Yeah, and also this is where some of the RNG spawning and stuff like that will change. Is basically because Poulet does not have Queenie out when he loads into a floor, monsters will be different.
Mm-hmm.
The items should be the same, everything should be relatively the same, but the item or the monster placement will be different. And you will notice that on this side now.
Yeah,
that's just how the randomizer randomizes.
Certain items will also be different, but within the same type of item.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really clear why that is, but that's just how it is.
That's a prison trap next to a Viper.
Trap. Oh, not where you wanted to do that throw.
Nope.
Very unfortunate, and it's got Poulet in quite the corner here.
Yeah, I don't know if he can survive. Okay, he does have that. That's fine. Because you can pick up and use it as a plumperang, essentially. There you go. Everyone was picking up the frog. The frog has wonderful graphics.
The frog is adorable. Master Frog graphics here.
Oh, Mr. Frog betrayed Poulet. Poulet did the plumperang. You throw a monster into the monster and turn it around. Frog then jumped and blocked the path of the Viper, making it turn around and approach Poulet again. 423 on Septic's side. So
DBS.
Do that. Nope, they're just gonna keep going. All the spiders, all the running, and I think a Viper's coming on his right. I don't think he's paying it. Oh no, it went into the room. Okay. I would have checked the fruit no matter what.
You gotta.
Yeah, you don't know if it's gonna be a Roche.
At least if you have the time, and there are ways to have checked it without using up your action economy, you might as well check it. The fruit you don't check could be anything.
Oh, so we did a small little poll beneath the prediction of the SpeedGaming link that we posted to the Azure Dreams Discord server. And more people think Poulet is going to win than Septic. Also, I couldn't find an icon for Septic, so I put the paralysis thing because he tends to die from that. I think that was appropriate. Just in case if Septic's watching this back and why I picked that, they'll know. Weak ball is good. Not for the good reason of it actually is useful. It's actually very useful for scouting. Oh, okay, there you go. I still would take it. You can use it to scout the hallways and stuff like that.
I would have checked the sand.
Yeah, you have a free opportunity there. Also, that's a lot of Vipers on Poulet's side there. Also, I should mention as well, this is the finals, but Septic is coming from the loser's bracket, which means if he were to win, he would have to win twice in order to take the tournament. So this might be a bracket reset if Septic were to win the 3 matches, and then we would have to do true grand finals, or I can't remember what the actual term is.
Excuse me? I think it's just kind of like grand finals as opposed to finals.
Yeah. Ooh, that zoo turned around kind of annoyingly there. Fireball and a go-up trap on Poulet's side. That's very useful to find.
Mm-hmm. Very convenient. Just the thing you want to see in the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just clearing out the inventory.
Letting sleeping vipers lie.
Yeah, also seeing, what the... Oh, it's on a slow trap.
Oh, invisible stealth. Stealths are a monster in these sort of wind-themed floors around 25 or so. They can turn invisible, and they can start invisible. And that means that, basically, if you're on 25 or so, that neck of the woods, and you're at low HP, your game could end at basically any moment.
Yeah, they're actually normally really good sources of experience. If you have a Fire Queen and you can still fight them. I think Poulet is a little bit scared of walking directly to the elevator there. Which, honestly, traps do spawn anywhere, so if you feel hesitant, don't go the path that you think you're going down. Walking in front of a snowman's scary. I don't care what level they are. Snowmen are, again, a water creature. Go figure. It hurts a lot.
Go figure.
Mm-hmm. And it's also, I think, going to be approaching Poulet on this side, yeah. A Mandara is not as scary, though, actually. They're probably the weakest water creatures you're going to come across at these floors. They have like 50-something HP. They're not very menacing, really.
They have the ability to confuse, but that's not so bad.
No, especially if you AI 1, you can kill them before they have a chance to do it as well. That's a lot of Naplises. Is it worth going to grab that egg? Just grab the glasses and go?
Ooh, that's hard to say. On the one hand, Naplises. On the other hand, egg. And that about sums up the situation.
Doesn't have a Mahel seed. Does have a Holy Bell. Worst comes to worst, you can get out of the room with a Holy Bell.
Very true. That will force the Naplises from the room. And there is that Blinder Ball getting a use. Now the Naplises will walk forward until they can't, at which point they will attack something, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be a slight problem. He's going to have probably to beg Queenie. Yep. Please beg Queenie.
That's
Queenie
a
can't.
lot of damage.
Yeah.
In the end, egg was not acquired.
No, but Queenie is still alive on Septic's side. And that is gonna be death on Poulet, so...
That's not good. I do not recall what floor Septic is on. It's about the same set of floors. So I'm willing to guess that, like, if Septic hasn't already taken point, Septic is about to take point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, actually, Septic is actually above Poulet. If nothing else, we have the elevator there. I already marked the point for him, but I'm pretty sure... let's let Queenie take the hit, potentially. Oh, Holy Bell, that's perfectly fine, too.
Not strictly needed, but very nicely done. Poulet has certainly let his nerves get him into a bad position going into our first match, but there's still still a lot more Azure Dreams left to go.
Yeah. So Poulet is just going to quickly reboot his computer. He actually had a little bit of issues, and inputs dropped according to him, and his timer crashed. So
Oh, that's unfortunate.
yeah. So again, I posted before. Tech happens in the group. If need be, message one of the commentators. Let us know you're going to save state. That's perfectly fine. It's not allowed in the true, speedruns and stuff like that. But like for a match, oh, there you go. That one we know which is the Manueva there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get the next one set.
A blinded coin. That's not something you see every day. Alright.
I don't know enough about the lore for like the coin on top of the eyelids when people die to make a pun. So
Not a pun there, but there's definitely a joke I have yet to figure out.
yeah, but if I do, it probably wouldn't make any sense anyway. I'm proud of myself.
It's the coin that's supposed to close the eyes, not the coin that's supposed to have its eyes closed.
Yeah.
There we go. Something.
But I don't know. Now, okay. So Septic is going to reset. Poulet is obviously going to reboot and restart his stream. Poulet's timer roots for Septic. Yeah. Well, while we're waiting, does anyone have any questions in chat? We can explain what's going to happen for round 2. It's going to be exactly the same, but for any of the new viewers, we can go over what's happening. What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to win? All sorts of things we can do to pass the time. And that was what, 28 minutes or something for the first round?
Something like that, yeah. It was not a long match, and they made a very nice pace of it.
Poulet, despite having literally like every trap hit him in round 1, did actually extremely well comparatively. I was expecting Queenie to die a lot sooner with those 2 cyclones and the paralysis trap. The fact Poulet had to throw a bell wrong egg kind of hurt my soul, but at the same time, funny to see. So that's all good. What is Septic doing?
Very nice.
You may have time to sleep. Well, I don't expect them to have that many quick matches though, because if both of them have the experience to easily go to 40 each time. And especially if Poulet were to take a few, then it's gonna be quite a few of them.
Yep, but Azure Dreams is tempestuous and unpredictable. It is a game that decides when you are done playing it according to its own wishes. Okay, Septic Seed is good. And we'll be getting Poulet up and running again in just a moment.
And that's the thing is, tech issues happen. We're not going to ever hold people to them, but it's also kind of the player's responsibility to, like, if you are going to save state and do whatever, restart, just let us know, and that's fine. Because honestly, it sucks to lose a match to tech issues. That's just how it goes.
True, I suppose if tech issues happen, that's even more dramatically the game deciding when you're done.
Oh, as someone, well, you were there when I did the marathon run. Having the hardware crash is not fun, I'll tell you that much.
No. But
hey,
on the upside of that scenario, Azure Dreams is such an unpredictable game that you can have to restart a couple of runs, have the hardware crash, and still clear underestimate.
Yeah. By 3 minutes, apparently, but that still wasn't ideal.
No. Not ideal. But that is the wild and woolly game we're playing.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, again, all things considered, it looks like the seed is good as well there. Oh, you already have that? Okay. When it comes to Azure Dreams, the main way you're going to survive is by knowledge. We have a lot of resources in our Discord. I don't know if we still have the command here or not. If not, I'll post it. No? Okay. Let me just get the Discord link here. Let me get it to the actual general, and I don't think that people want to be joining the spoiler channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's our Discord link here. If anyone wants to learn to run the game, just casually play the game, watch other people play the game. You don't need to be a speedrunner to join our Discord. It is a speedrunning Discord. We primarily do, do speedrunning.
Races, runs, little events sometimes, particularly to encourage runs in categories that aren't super race friendly, like bookless percent, for example, which is when you do all of the things in the town and all of the things in the tower, you just don't fill your hypothetical Pokedex.
And yes, lots of puns. But the thing is, like, when it comes down to it, like, if you're a fan of the game, just feel free to join. It's always great. Like, we love seeing new runners, especially like we had. Oh, are they getting counted down? Have you done that or?
Oh, I have not yet done that, so I will get them counted down and ready to go.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. The thing is, like, when it comes, like, we actually had someone who was a casual player of the game who was recommended to play it. They came in, they're posting their link, they're casually playing it. It took them like 94 hours to complete the tower, and do some town stuff, not just the tower. And they are still part of the community. We love to see them stream. Like, it's absolutely amazing. They might come back to Zero Dreams, they might not, but like, they're part of the community now. That was the Quantum Pie. It's always amazing to watch new people like learn this game, or just get better, or go, wow, that's how that works. Or we all hate the tower equally. It all kills us. Like, we're not really competing. Yeah, we don't compete really against each other. Like, some people have certain times they want to beat, but no one really in the Discord wants to beat X person or whatever. Poulet hitting the trees again. That was the last time I commentated this match too. I'm going to point that out.
That went well for Poulet, didn't it?
Yes, actually, because he won that last match. He did that in, so
maybe he is deliberately hitting them for luck. Or maybe he will have forgotten about this entirely, like last time.
Yeah, and we have the obviously Poulet is blaming Sand Knight with the name. That makes a lot of sense. Again, Sand Knight made all the seeds. I purposely did not take responsibility in making them, because I don't want to be on the wrath of either of these players. So to explain, this is the first floor. There's a quality of life change. All the items in front of you. The elevator's right after, as you can see on the minimap. Copper sword, wood shield, fireball, 5 charges, random colored egg, being a different purplish to orange there. Still a Plumpa, same heat, and then they go up the tower. That's just going to be the thing.
Kuhn keeps his big trap shut.
Yep, everyone's happy. Oh, that's okay. That's not the worst. If you can get rid of the flame before it's a problem.
Flames cannot be fought on even terms at level 1. Your HP will run out before they die, and your run will become very, very brief indeed.
You need to use a fireball.
Or something else. You need to use something.
Ooh. Reminds me crisscrossing plumpas in a hallway. What a weird thing.
Yeah. Game's sometimes just a little bit weird about AI and turn order in such a way.
Also, Sand Knight making puns in chat. If we lose viewers because of it, A, blame Sand Knight. B, keep going Sand Knight. More puns, please. That is a horrible floor. That is a elevator with the room in a dead-end hallway, which is the worst to see. You always want to see the rooms connected, because that means monsters can get out of them. But, like, that's really horrible to see.
They just end up collecting. It's not a very big floor, and it's not being very generous, and that is unfortunate.
I think that's the floor. I think it's just kind of like 4 rooms.
It is 4 rooms that all connect to like a single hallway, basically. And 3 of them are connect to each other, and 1 of them only connects to that hallway. It's not a very good floor.
Well, the thing is, Hex is pointing out in chat
Oh,
saying it
and
can't be that horrible because the Leo Lamb for the Balrog slot machine. That's if they find a Balrog, though.
Yeah, that's not a guarantee. And Septic, running into a bit of trouble, went up to floor 3 without being level 2. That's scary.
Okay, that
Luckily,
crit's
it'll be
lucky.
remedied. Yep.
Because that's also there's like we pointed out before. There's a bonus if you equip a staff. There's also a bonus if you equip the what's it called? The same type of attack bonus style thing. So Fire Sword for Fire Mixture Magic, Scarlet Wand for Fire Mixture Magic, Stream Wand, Golf Wand, whatever.
Unfortunately, that sword cursed, and that's gonna be a bit of an issue.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like if you manage to find what was it? If you manage to find like the ideal equipment, like again, like I think both players now have like no luck anymore, right? So they started playing level playing grounds this time. Ooh, a mirror shield though on Poulet's side. It's Fire Sword. There you go.
It's the same Fire Sword. It's the same mirror shield. Septic has already switched to a leather shield.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure whether we'll see Poulet switch to that as well later, or if he's hoping for more defense. Mirror is certainly one of the cooler shields in the game, and it's one of those things where it's kind of a matter of judgment. I think in any percent environment, I'd like something with better defense, and then I'd like leather midway.
Yeah, leather is like, if you're versing dragons and killers and other things, I would prefer having a mirror shield just because, you know, dragons are very breath happy. If you only have versing physical attackers, 100% leather, because you might as well take that extra evasion chance. It's not the best. It's still like, what, 13% or 11% or whatever it is. But like, it could potentially save you. And that's a frog trap. He's now a frog. He got better. Good job.
Yep, that was fairly inconsequential.
It could be horrible because if that happens and another monster's in the room with you, Queenie will automatically go defend you no matter how weak Queenie is. And you don't want that. So we have
same trap.
Although Septic's going to explore, or Poulet's going to explore a little bit more. Septic's already a floor above. So there's a slight lead on Septic's side here, but only by literally a couple seconds, but essentially it's a floor lead. Like we don't know how much they're going to explore, but we also actually didn't really say you want to explore floors 1 to 5.
Yep. Once you get to 6, basically everything but the balloons are water. Most of them are pretty tough monsters. Your ability to fight goes down dramatically. It is a big dip.
Okay. Monsters are somehow avoiding that square awkwardly, and I don't know what's going on. A familiar bell is really good to see. Because a familiar bell will save you from a warp trap taking you away from your familiar, or your familiar away from you. And, ooh, that's a lot of Minivas in there. Thankfully, I think they're crossing to the other side of the exits. That's not the worst, but that's a lot of Minivas still. But the first 5 floors, like, these are your main...
They are the safest available floors. They are the only floors the game expects you to be on your first trip.
Mm-hmm.
Everything outside of that is not what the game has in mind for you.
Nope. It wants you to die. And I think Poulet actually will, slightly take the lead. Just going up the elevator instead of exploring like Septic is. Also, should point out as well, more experienced players may realize that there was actually nothing on the turn-in for floor 6 to see, because you'll see it on Septic's side. The way it works when you're loading into a new floor is wherever Co is, you draw a big C from the top left-hand corner of the map all the way down to where Co spawns. So if you pay attention, you can actually notice where elevators are and stuff, or eggs, or other points of interest on the map as you're going down. And yes, the world record answered by Revan is 24 minutes with Garuda. Without Garuda, give me a second, I'll load it up. I'm pretty sure it's like 25 something. It's pretty insane still. Both held by Wooga.
Yep, because for some reason Wooga is the person who gets the sub 30-minute runs, and it's very impressive to watch. The reason we have that as a variable, Garuda or not Garuda, is that Garudas have the ability to abduct something next to them, and while that's not very fun if you encounter a wild one, if you have a Garuda, it's basically free teleporting around the map.
Yeah, it's essentially a warp trap at your use. Oh, actually, as well as it takes up no MP. Basically,
Very little.
Yeah, you really don't have to worry about MP at all with a Garuda, as long as you don't step on like a paralysis trap or whatever, or get hit by a warp trap yourself, and leave your Garuda alone. Like, you're pretty good.
Yeah, there is a lot of danger because levels tend to be low, but there's a lot. But it is just flying, metaphorically and also literally.
Yeah, and also the other thing as well, without Garuda, Wooga has a world record at 27:14, and second place is held by Septic at 30 minutes 12 seconds. So Septic is no stranger to the leaderboard as well.
That is very true. Very true, and so we'll be able to see some really impressive runs this match. Looks like Septic is doing some inventory management. Meanwhile, Poulet is asleep. Kuhn is fighting. There goes Kuhn. Bye-bye. And
I don't think
so bad.
I don't think you can get out of that. Yeah. You'd have to walk up and left. How the heck could you get out of this? You don't have enough.
Yeah, I'm not
you
sure
need more
there's
turns.
anything. I
Because
think
this is going to do 20 damage or so, and then you can't survive the next volley. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mahel isn't going to kick in right away. And I think it still won't help enough. Oh, just barely.
Okay.
And so now it's skin of his teeth time.
Let's see if Septic gets hit by the same trap. Because, yeah, the thing is, when you're in a door frame... did you say, Sandnight, before we went on commentary that Poulet was your friend? Okay. Nope. Oh, we got the leather shield dodge. That actually made him survive. Oh my goodness.
It happens every once in a while. But man, if Sandnight said Poulet is his friend, with friends like these, who needs enemies?
Oh, this luck. There we go. I would have still grabbed the loop. There's a free turn to grab. You still have an inventory space. Was your friend, yeah. Okay. You can easily go east and have enough time.
I think you could Mahel, and that would be fairly reliable in this circumstance. Oh, okay. That could have gone really badly.
Yeah. Okay. And I think Septic actually is fine.
Yeah.
No, it's that room there. That was the room with sleep trap. And it did not go off.
Oh.
Floor 9 for Poulet.
And there it goes. Septic will have his second point as soon as he finds this elevator out, basically.
So this is now floor 9 for Septic. So we need Septic to get past one more floor. It's actually kind of funny that U-boats are what's causing the death of Poulet and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure Poulet is part of the U-boat Brotherhood, I believe. So, just saying.
U-boats, why have you betrayed him?
Yeah. Got the leather dodge there too. So it's a 2-shot in there. It's a lava fruit. Honestly, useless unless you're versing a picket, because you can throw it into a picket and keep it, so it's now fed and then it'll run away. U-boat's still
Oh,
sleeping.
okay, now. Yep. Just dreaming nicely. Meanwhile, Septic is going to try and sneak over to that elevator.
Mm-hmm. And if he can successfully, that is floor 10, and that is actually the second point for Septic. So it does look like he
brutally unforgiving. One bad
Yeah.
step, and there's just a chance that you never really get to recover. Now, Septic does not know how close he is to the second point, and that is presumably why taking all of this care when he could otherwise just, take the hit.
Septic using the fact that Queenie will move before the U-boat. That's point for Septic.
Mm-hmm. They will be able to reset for round 3.
Oh, that was some really bad luck on Poulet's side.
Yeah, really unfortunate.
Yeah. The thing is, again, Food pointed out if everyone is like 30 minutes or something, Food can get some sleep. And what happened to Poulet? A lot happened. Sleep trap happened. Death of Queenie happened. Not bad movement though. Like all the movement was like on point and exactly what you needed. The Yuho family happened, yeah. Oh jeez. Well, we'll reset to game 3 out of 5. So Poulet now has a deficit. There might be a bracket reset, and we might be able. Well, next week we will have another set of 5. But yeah. That is a shame. Chomp chomp happened, yeah.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Oh, so you both actually are slightly adorable with their little chomping faces.
They are. They're like chain chomps, except also submarines.
22551 will be the seed. So again, if you are interested, there's the runners. There's us who blab, and there's our Discord.
Yep, we'll be glad to have you. One thing we did not mention on our last Plug the Discord round is that this game does have a Game Boy Color version, which you might remember from if you ever experienced that one, but not the PlayStation one. And our community does also host channels about that, and it has its own randomizer and thing.
Yeah, and to answer properly, and not just to the question, this is the original Azure Dreams, but we have the quality of life thing, so we skip the first floor, we skip the normal introduction Queenie has. Yeah, it just makes things a lot simpler just to start the tournament. It honestly removes like 3 minutes worth, and the way that we normally have it for our 80% leaderboard is you start time on the first movement outside of Ko's house. If you mess up timing or whatever for the start, just walk back in the house, reset your timer, walk back out, then continue. As long as you haven't talked to anyone or whatever, it's impossible to manipulate the RNG that way if it's not for the randomizer. So you can just do this, and we initially started from the menu that they started on, the new game on the title screen. It was a giant waste of time, and it was really annoying to keep watching. And eventually, we all decided that it has like 3 different lines of code for manipulating RNG in this game. It should be like we just basically have a save file, load it up, and play it. That's it. That is pretty third work in best of 5. Play up to 5 games, I guess. I don't know. It's an unfriendly third right now because this is technically match point for Septic.
Okay. Let's see if we can get these 2 ready.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, when it comes down to it, like, I still don't take Poulet out of the running yet at all.
Oh, absolutely.
Poulet has dived to bad luck, not bad plays at all.
Mm-hmm.
So
And After Dreams is like that, and anything can happen. And that is, of course, why we do best out of 3s for regular matches and best out of 5 for these finals.
yeah, when the original crew of this game, like long ago, before we did our first tournament, we're discussing how would we have a speed gaming tournament. We threw out the idea of like, oh, you versus this person, that person, and then whoever wins will. It's like, well, what happens if the match goes like 2 minutes? We're like, oh, you're right. It's like, I guess we should do. It's like best of 3, and it's like, yeah, that's. Like, the Rock Me to the Top or RM3T. Whenever we submit to marathons, we are submitting a best of 3 because we can't really guarantee a full game playthrough most of the time, and a race setting is very nice. Because honestly, like, we saw the sleep trap on Poulet's side. That killed Queenie. That caused him to have basically no resources or HP briefly. He got by a leather shield dodge, which is like 11 or 13% of a dodge. There's nothing there that's good. But at the same time, Poulet did everything he exactly needed to survive. Again, for anyone who wasn't here 20 minutes ago when we started the second match, same 5 items, quality of life changes. Normal 80% leaderboard doesn't have this, but just for the tournament, it makes things simpler. All of them are lined up in the elevator. Ta-da.
Yeah, it's race friendly.
Yeah. Please see circa 20 minutes ago, literally, when I explained the 5 items. I didn't think it'd be that quick. It's a fireball, wood shield, copper sword, random colored egg that has a plumpa that's roughly 84% heat or so. And then the medicinal herb. That's what I'm forgetting. Oh, that's too low. Oh, well, goodbye, fruit.
Poulet looks into the camera like he's on The Office.
Yeah, that's the thing with bomb traps is they will destroy, obviously, what's in their path. We don't actually get to see that too often in these tournament matches. That's actually probably the first real time I've seen that actually happen. The thing is,
in this tournament, I know we've seen it a lot in others. It's a Bomberman motion, basically.
Yeah. And the thing is, when it comes to the damage it can cause, you saw it did 23 damage to the noise, but 4 damage to Septic and Poulet. That's because one's a wind element creature. One is not. So if you have an earth shield equipped and step on a bomb trap, you will start taking massive damage like that as well, which is why the earth shield tends to be frowned upon. Despite being good against all the powerful water monsters, if you hit a bomb trap, you're going to take roughly 50 points of damage or so.
And fire monsters are, generally speaking, not slouches in the damage department either.
And they tend to have long-range spells, too.
Yeah, and so that is an unpleasant mix. That's why elemental shields certainly have a place, but that place is... hope that's not cursed.
I have no idea why Poulet decided to wait on the elevator before going up with a reverse trap. I don't quite understand, but question mark. Like, if you're gonna go up on the trap or go up on the elevator, you might as well go up when the trap's activated. It's not gonna affect when you get to the next floor. This kind of looks funny. We'll probably see it on the Septic side. He'll walk forward. There you go.
It's one of those things you don't think too much about. You don't necessarily know if that holds because most other traps activate or remain active, but for some reason not this one, because I guess it doesn't change code at all. It just impacts the floor and the...
Speaking of what Hex said in there, it says does want to go down. A, I appreciate good jokes, but B, our randomizer actually made upon my request, sorry to everyone who's been hit by it, we changed the go up trap to be a go down trap. So despite being a spring animation, you go from floor 9 to floor 8 now, if you were to have that activated.
So that was... But that's certainly an option for future tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's you don't always want to see a go up trap with that thing activated. And I remember poking programmer and saying, hey, is this possible? It's like, oh yeah, it's simple to do. I'm like, can you do it? Like, can we make it really horrible for people? Because like, you would not want to go back down a couple floors back to where killers are, back where griffins and krakens are and stuff like that, like, by an accidental go up trap instead of like, oh good, I'm out of danger. Yeah, it was unfortunately my best.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, go banana. But yeah, when it comes to the randomizer, there's a lot of functions we're not using with this tournament because this is obviously supposed to be an 80% tournament, but future tournaments will be utilizing the randomizer much more.
There's a lot of fun possibilities, and the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
The
You can see,
Azure
even saying we might
sky.
have... you beat me to it. Fair enough. But yeah, when it comes down to it, though, like we have tons of options available to us. There's also a second tower in the game. Ooh, item room. Ooh, 2 Oleams, glasses. Hopefully a good spell ball.
That would be nice. Steel sword, Poulet not assuring an easy victory by picking up the steel sword, I say.
Oh, no, there you go.
He knows who's talking. He knows he remembers this.
Yeah. Shouts to full featureitis for ignoring the life wand for 20 floors to keep a steel sword. That was so good. I was so happy for that run.
Happy Dreams has so many silly little community in jokes and superstitions because, as we all understand, the tower is brutal and cruel, and there is so little we can do to control it that we must create ways to control it inside of our heads.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, like, when it comes to how to control, like I said, knowledge is obviously how you do it. Bad luck is obviously just what. Oh, that was a pillar ball. Okay, I didn't see that on Poulet's side. So honestly, I think I'd be okay. Yeah, exactly what Poulet would do. Just skip the 5th floor. Like, there's enough supplies from the previous floor to be fine.
Yeah, this has been a fairly generous tower thus far.
Mm-hmm.
I will be right back in just a second.
For sure. So we will have, we got a possible U-boat egg, I believe. Possible, my guess would be a clown. We could place bets in chat to see what that egg would be if they hatch it. Okay. Floor 7 now, floor 6 for Septic. Sorry, floor 5. Okay, 2 floor lead for Poulet right now. Poulet seemingly getting into the thing. That was a cursed steel sword. That's a little bit unfortunate on that one, but like the thing, like we pointed out before, obviously, if you have the same type attack bonus kind of thing, you do better. With the cursed steel sword, A, it can rust. B, it's with you. It lowers your luck stat, but it has no element to it whatsoever. So that's obviously a problem. And no, it's fine. It's fine. But when it comes to it, like that curse again, really might come into play a little bit later. It might screw up the dodging. I don't think Septic still has the copper. So Septic is probably just going to keep the copper until you find like a wand of some sort, just to replace it. Because even a regular wand is still better overall than not having the curse status on it. Or if you're going to have the curse status, you might also be able to have something that can actually do damage. Septic taking the 1 attack from... There you go. Okay, so I think that might make Septic actually in the lead. I think that's floor 7. Never mind. So catching up on Poulet, not quite getting there. Poulet using the exit loop just to make sure knows where he's going.
Knowing where that elevator is always nice. It lets you run as best as you can do it. Certainly the hallways do have the ability to twist and turn beyond that. This is a slightly rough situation for Septic to be in, and not sure why. Well, I guess Kune's HP must be getting pretty low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Septic throwing Queen across the room to make sure the mixture magic can still activate, but can still take attacks. pretty sure Septic still has a medicinal herb as well, which is why that's a little bit more an easier way to an easier way to deal with this and stuff like that. Although I still wouldn't be walking around with 8 HP and an Earth Shield. Although I think that room layout, I think that... Oh, no, it has 2 exits on it. Okay, never mind. So yeah, I would have also gone back 1 square because the height difference and the Earth Shield would have made the incoming damage from the U-boat.
That does not hurt at all.
Yeah.
Septic is going to have a little bit of an easier time with that due to that Earth Shield, which is like the place where it comes in handy. Oh, nice, getting to throw away.
Ooh, got a life wand, but has a cursed item.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's quite problematic, obviously. This is actually kind of funny where the steel sword is cursed, and if the life wand isn't, is a great reverse of the meme. So it's kind of funny. What is that? Star glasses are worth taking, honestly. They're never not worth using, but if you know where the elevator is on the spawn-in, you obviously don't need to use it. There's nothing to the top left, so you want to go down or to the right there. A sea seed, that is also very, very good, because that can actually help floors 16 minus Garudas to floor 23 for survivability. So just having that 1 item alone will be a really, really good boon to Poulet's side.
Water Tune strats are pretty solid in terms of what they allow you to do. Most enemies that are wind type are not so much heavy hitters as they are tricksy.
Yeah.
See, they do weird gimmicky things to mess with you.
I have no idea, Sand Knight. Just saying, like, walking around with the Earth Shield is the solid message is not okay. Like, you really don't want the 8 HP walking around for a potential bomb trap. Although I think now
that
go
is a
floor
risk
10.
he has decided to take, because here he is at match point, and nope, Septic's still on floor 9, just a little bit behind.
Septic is actually just gonna straight up murder the U-boat. Wants that wand. Now it's gonna be a life wand, so we're gonna see if it's cursed or not. Because honestly, life wands are extremely, extremely good.
Yeah,
not
they're
cursed.
very nice. They are, like, it's not amazing, the recovery, but every little bit helps.
Yeah. Like, if it pushes you to the point where you can survive a extra hit and deal an extra hit or do whatever, it's definitely worth it. But also, eventually, when you start doing, like, bigger damage, and it's not an elemental wand, so you still get the wand bonus, but you don't get the same type attack bonus. You start doing, like, 8 recovery or something, and that adds up if you can find the easy monsters and get your HP back to fight the bigger monsters again. Because HP is a resource in this game. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm thinking, like, if you have a Fire Queenie, like, you can still take out the what's it called, the like unicorns and stealths. Not so much the blocks. You ever don't want to fight them.
Yeah, blocks you just use spell damage.
Yeah. They're like golems. Blocks are just no good for special defense, essentially. Like, even though there's no real special defense, they just die to range magic.
Yep.
So another star glass is here on both sides. We know exactly where we're going to be going, and I think Poulet's actually looking for the blue collar slightly, or nope, has a CC, so is just going to forgo it then.
Yeah, looks like. I think he was thinking about a route that could take him through item checks to see where the blue collar is. But if it wasn't there, not gonna hang around Krakens, that's for sure.
Also, we should point out as well, there is a difference in how both the players play. Poulet has his map as default, while Septic has his map at zoomed out levels. And although it is harder to identify... he should have picked a Queenie there just to prevent the damage, but that's fine. He's not going to take a second hit. You can have the map zoomed out far enough where you can actually see more of the map without pushing select to bring it up. So Poulet can only see what's in front of him, but can see it in better detail. Septic might miss small details on the map, but can overall see the path of the map and everything. And there's the blue color there. So
Yep.
And an exit loop. Okay, so that actually was probably worth going out to looking in the way, because having an extra exit loop would always be beneficial.
Oh, trying to get in good grounds to fight one griffin is instead having to fight two griffins.
Yeah.
Not what you want to say.
Olean fruit, I think now. Yeah, because Queenie will die to Arise.
In that case, the shape of the hallway helped Septic out there.
Mm-hmm.
Turned that griffin around because of that 2-block high gap in that other side of the doorway. Very nice.
Here's that extra little damage. Does 3, heals back 3, does 3. You're technically net plus 3 now, so you're all good.
Sandman's right, over in chat. They are stretching what is safe. They are very under level, and level plays a pretty big factor in, or at least a moderate factor in, everything. How much HP you have, how much defense you have, and so on. So
Septic is using Queenie as bait here?
Not
in case it wakes up. Yeah, in case the Kraken would wake up, it would naturally go towards the first enemy, and then you maneuver Queenie and then bag him. So, we got the leather shield +1 on Poulet's side. Although, keep in mind, Poulet does have a decurse scroll and got the life wand on, but still has the curse status. And that's still a little bit of a problem. So, that might come into play, but so far, Septic does not have it. Gonna use the Palumpa egg to get rid of the Newell there, which is a bit excessive, but...
reasonable. Those things can be maybe even more than dangerous, though it's not that they're not dangerous, but they can be huge time sinks with their healing ability.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're not the worst things to come across, although I think actually now, Septic actually is in front of Poulet.
No, not the worst.
Yeah, I think finally it's... Okay, alright, cool. Yeah, so you can see here, Poulet recovered on his side. If the bunch of monsters are behind the Newell, I'd probably see using the stuff and getting rid of it. No decurse scroll. Truth glasses on Pillar? Not a bad idea.
That's fair.
It's a lot of damage from that. Yeah, Garudas are normally really easy to kill, but if you're level 7, you're really able to fight them.
But luckily, fireballs.
Yeah. They should be able to take out this Newell here.
A nice little white sand. Always good, always good.
Yeah, although no acid rainball yet in these 3 seeds.
No, it's fairly rare as far as items you can actually get goes.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain items that only Barongs can give you.
Speaking of, it looks like... Nope, Septix is just leaving. Okay. So no chance of Balrog on Septic's side. We'll see if Poulet wants to try to gamble and try to get a... Because a lot of the... Not routes now, but a lot of the attempts, if you want to try to outspeed your opponent, is obviously if Septic has the same seed as Poulet, it's hard to gamble who's faster, right? Well, if you find a Balrog and manage to get a Roche fruit, that's not part of the script. And there's Garudas on this floor, so you could potentially get a Garuda.
Yep, that is, of course, a special rare opportunity. And the thing about Barongs and rare items that you can frankly not get anywhere else because of their rarity is that the Barong code for checking rarity is, there is bound to be a Mana Weave hiding in one of those coins. Maybe 2 of those coins.
Oh,
Yep,
no,
there it is.
that's a room you avoid. That magic ball is not worth touching.
Unfortunate. But as I was saying, the code to check for rarity from a Barong is broken. And how it is supposed to work, it is you throw something at it, it checks the rarity. It says, okay, I can only spit up something as rare as this item you have thrown to me. But it doesn't do that.
Nope.
Instead, you throw something at it, it checks the rarity, and it says, okay, I'm only supposed to give you an item as rare as the item I am spitting up. Which is just a shaped like itself moment.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can find some really neat stuff, but I think... Wait, seriously, a Septic on like floor 19 at level 9? Ugh.
Oh, that's scary. That's very scary. I do not like that.
I like to be at level 14 here. I normally level on the Garudas and Pickets. That Picket will take 5 attacks to kill in total because Queenie is so weak. Because it has a little bit more than 60 HP, I believe, right? So, nope. Okay, 60. Okay,
That's not so bad.
That's no, but the Arachnes, he's gonna have no chance to kill.
Scary.
Okay.
Yeah, those are gonna be a lot.
Septic going for the kill right now because there's unsafe gameplay
Trap over on Poulet's side, and that's gonna be scary.
I think Septic's weighing in how much he wants that.
Looks like Q already wandered away from Poulet sometime before he set it to AI1. That is scary as all get out.
Yep, and there you go.
Ooh, there we go.
And we got
also bad.
Yeah.
A lot of things just happened there, none of them good.
Nope. We have Septic again, just for those who don't know, like even monster loops and treasure loops are useful. Monster loops will always show obviously where the monsters are. Blinder traps not as much. No one really likes seeing those.
Yeah, no.
But when it comes to the treasure loops, even though it won't show you where the exit is, it will show you where rooms are and kind of the pattern. And you can still make your way through them, hopefully finding decent supplies and stumbling across the elevator. So there's still some good use to a treasure loop, even if you're not using it for the actual items.
Yep, there are... Knowing how to use niche items and get out of niche situations is one of those skills that greatly increases your overall survivability, because you never know which situations the game is actually going to put you in this time.
Ooh. That Picket just stole an egg. Yeah, that's the Picket too.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, we have the water ball strat coming from Septic's side, making sure that Queenie can fight something extremely overleveled compared to it.
Gonna give lots of EXP. The EXP granting curve here is a little bit exponential, or something like that.
Yeah, if you're really under level, that's why trolls will give you 8 experience if you fight them when you're level 1 versus 4 afterwards. When you're under leveled, you will get more. Although looking at Poulet's side, I don't. Yeah, that's gonna be 27. Okay. Oh no! Here comes the Picket.
Oh no!
It's stole.
Just barely avoiding. That egg would be lovely, but I don't think you can get it, Poulet.
Binding ball. You still have one. You have 3 turns after the binding ball, so we have Septic doing the plump rank strats and is having the weakest monster and flame ball. Okay, that's a lot of spiders on Poulet's side. Like a lot of spiders.
A lot of spiders. Arachnophobia warning, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, more spiders. Just what we want.
And Septic here just failing to pick up a unicorn. Oh no, compared to what's on Poulet's side here.
Yep.
Loose end, you get that stronger leather shield now.
There's that elevator. Poulet can breathe a sigh of relief, and yet it's kind of out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Okay, we saw
The
where
elevator.
he's gonna try to take out the get some levels here. But floor 22 on Septic side, only a 3 floor distance now. Thank you for ruining my sentence there, Septic. When it comes to like the gap in floors, it's not the worst to make up. And honestly, when you have less or we don't have a monster, you don't tend to fight. You tend to move faster. The problem is you're never really gonna get stronger, and you're always gonna be weaker. And that's a really big treasure room. Tumbler fruit's useful.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, there's a glitch with the tumbler fruit which makes you immortal. Oh,
yeah,
good,
but
yeah.
It's only really going to be useful for Septic. Unless Poulet hatches that egg and gets good use out of whatever inside of it, like if that something is liftable. And I'm not sure that either of those statements apply here, but this is bad.
Yeah.
Want to stress again. Not good.
And we see here on Septic side, just looking in an item room and having too much inventory, versus Poulet, who is
fighting tooth and nail.
Yep.
This blind trap has gone on for quite a while, but luckily those ice walls have held on long enough to give him just the opportunity to walk away.
Mm-hmm. This is where... Okay, lucky pickup. All right. It's a 5/8 chance to do a pickup. So it's not the best chance. Like it's not always like it's always in your favor. It doesn't always seem like that, but Septic just going for it. I think Septic does have something to deal with, like a tumbler fruit or whatever case. That's the third Viper in a row. Okay. Everyone's still fine, thankfully. And I think that's going to be a Petar Ball or Fireball. That's the same Fireball from the first floor, just showing the importance of that one little Fireball, because it travels a lot with us.
Yeah, it is a wonderful resource. I think of all of the things on the first floor, it is probably one of the best and most reliable.
You should not paralyze a zoo.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Really? Never knew that. Also, that's a lot of stealth, despite being seen.
Yep. They are having their quiet nap time. Stealth nap time. When they're sleeping and you don't want anyone to know it. Oh no.
He has a pillar ball.
He has a pillar ball that would get him out of this situation real fast.
Yeah, he's gonna have to try to go for a pickup on one of the Vipers. And just hopefully...
Oh, this was clever. Picking up Kuhn, then using the Fireball to put Kuhn down. Unfortunately, Kuhn then kind of like ruins it a little bit, but luckily the zoo also wasted its turn, so it works out. That was very clever use of movement. Strategies.
Poulet using the wall of ice to distract both Vipers, and the Plumpa's not going to be very threatening. He's just going to try to pick it up and use it as a Plumparang. Pick it up and use it as a Plumparang. You just kill the Plumpa? At that point, the liability that many turns. Like, you got to be careful with it.
Mm-hmm. You could have a death by 1,000 cuts situation there. But Palumpas are more or less the same monsters that they were initially, except that some of them are angry. And will take your monster if you have a monster. But if you don't, then you're in luck. And Septic just blazing through these upper 20s. Yet, floor 28 at 28 minutes. This is about a... Okay, Septic! Septic gunning for that floor 40 run. And you love to see it, folks.
Yep, that and also, level 14. Gonna die in like a hit. But
yep. Living on the edge.
Speaking of living on the edge, Poulet. Yep, that's a hit. That's a hit again.
And what can you do about this?
Thankfully,
now
there you go.
The ice rock ball works. Okay.
Yeah, don't want to ignore Poulet's side, because Poulet's literally, like, again, not dying due to bad movement. Poulet's doing everything in his power to make sure he's surviving. Although that's going to take Olim Fruit, I think, on... Or Holy Bell, one of the two. On, I don't like those confusion scrolls, though. Like...
Yeah, they can be handy, but there's no assurance.
No,
and certainly with the way the traps have worked, this situation is a little dicey.
Mm. No, oh, that's a warp trap. Okay, I thought that was a prison trap. And he just accidentally walked into it.
They look very similar. I would not have risked my assurance that I knew how to tell them apart well enough. I would not.
Let's check the floor 30. We might see Beldo for.
We might see Beldo, and Poulet has a lot he needs to do to stay in this fight.
Yeah.
Right now.
That's a lucky paralysis trap hitting that Napolis there.
Yep.
I'll give Poulet a couple extra turns to get away from some. And there's floor 31. So there actually is a story to this game.
Yep.
Unless he's sleeping after all this.
That would be funny and tell you a lot about this room. Okay.
Oh, the elevator is actually in the room as well.
All right then.
Oh.
Oh. Well, let's.
Ooh, that's lucky.
Yeah, that tyrant could have ended him.
Do I explain the story of the game?
Basically, okay. You were a child, your father was a monster hunter, he went to the tower, he was very good at it. He died mysteriously one day, now you are a man and must seek your fortune in the tower, as is doomed your father before you. And now this guy is saying, hey, I'm Beldo, I killed your dad, come see me. And we say, yeah, this seems like a legit plan. I can't imagine this ending poorly.
Mm-hmm. You see Septic at level 14 fighting the dragon as it's sleeping, and the dragon is kind of winning.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, that's how underleveled.
Sadly, not even worth 2 levels. Isn't that sad? Still, up and away. Septic could very well.
Oh, good Poulet. That's a big hit you took there.
That is a big hit. Last charge of that pillar ball, but it's all he's got.
We got Canadian strats going. We got the curling.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts to the pinned message in the Azure memes channel of Sand Knight breaking the world record for curling. Anyone wants to check that out? We have a Discord link. You can go to Azure.
Of the Olympics.
Yes.
Curling.
Actually, I'll literally post it, so if people join and see it, you can see it in the general.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there for everyone. It's much better than my normal offer of me posting that weird Japanese angel every single time.
I do not like the Japanese angel.
No one does.
Not good to look at.
Septic using Poulet as a barrier for the curling rock. Oh dear. Okay, we have a floor 34. The elevator is in the top left. If Septic paid attention, he would have saw it coming in. So it looks like
And
He's going.
Probably did.
Yep, beelining straight for it and one room up, and it'll be there. There you go. And that's how fast you have to look for. It actually is really annoying to find. But hey-oh, there's nothing to the top, so he wants to. Yeah, exactly.
And there's that elevator, and that dragon just passes by.
Yep.
Giving Septic a leg up. We could see an end to this match very shortly. Septic could force a bracket reset, and we could be seeing a grand finals in just a few minutes.
Well, yeah. we're not doing the 5 match.
Not in a few minutes, but in the sense of we could see, this is bad.
That's, yeah, that's extremely bad.
That is not remotely what you want to see.
There you go. That Holy Bell was
Small
technically...
rooms can be a problem, particularly when your opponents have projectiles.
Yeah, and glaciers, they actually can knock you out of the one glitch we can use for immortality, which is rude, but they can. Also, I don't think Septic actually saw it. The elevator is actually on the opposite side of the floor. It actually very briefly showed it texture, so this one might be a long. Oh, hey, it's floor 36. There you go. One tile away too far there, Septic. It'd be wrong, but it feels so right. Heck, so I appreciate that.
Excellent pun.
Yeah. Oh, there's that same Naples, that same paralysis trap.
Ooh, a flat scroll. That's interesting.
Oh,
that is a nice find.
Yeah, that has one of the best properties to it, and it basically removes rooms. And without the rooms, unless you're 2 spaces away from a monster, they can't be aggroed to you. So
it is very nice.
Yeah. We have floor 31 Poulet. I don't think the monsters will be the same, obviously, because of how things are going. Bay.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's the big difference in that one.
A little bit of an issue, but we have our buddy, the Barong Beret.
Mm-hmm. We know that dragons stayed asleep quite a bit when getting hit. We don't know if it's going to stay asleep by walking by it. That's the thing. Different RNG for different things.
Yeah. Luckily, I might have killed the Barong while it was asleep.
Floor 37.
To the XP, they are worth it. But in the meanwhile,
Septic's favorite monster, possibly. I know his icon is based off of a golem. That's gonna be a glacier. And then you're gonna have to walk down one more minimum. Ice rock, maybe.
Ice rock could work.
Because they're not gonna be able to take out the. Yeah, then you can just walk. I still would have. Back to the floor for a minute for a tourney match and a Sand Knight Seed.
Yep. And a Sand Knight Seed. And there have been plenty of traps on display here. Septic has just been able to overcome. Oh, this could be bad.
Okay.
Hopefully we have a decent sense of what's around, but there we go.
Oh, Poulet not getting the boost because of the raised ground behind him.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Binding ball is empty. Start throwing that egg. Another Balrog! That's GG for the rounds, actually. That's best of 3.
Yeah, that's game, set, and match. We will be seeing a grand finals. I will let Septic know he has what.
Yeah, and let him know he can finish because he's so close to the top as well. And we can ask if they want a couple extra friendly matches. Here we go. Here's the flat scroll. Using it to destroy every wall.
Yep.
The traps still exist, I believe. I don't think they get removed by that. So that you potentially find a crack trap on that is possible, I think.
Yep. It also does, however, make curling have bright new possibilities, what with the lack of coordination.
Yeah, curling is... But at the same time, if you go into a room like this, as long as you stay 2 spaces away from the enemies, you can actually always avoid them. And not like that. That is a very bad example. Probably throw the volcano egg, truthfully.
Yeah, it's not going to be good against glaciers. Ice rock, really?
Well...
Oof, that's some big damage.
Yeah.
What is Septic going to do about this? I'm not sure that's going to cut it.
No, honestly, throwing the volcano... Oh, okay.
Lucky miss.
Yeah. That's extremely fortunate. That would have been the death of Queenie right there, because you saw before, even with the elemental disadvantage from being water versus fire for the maximum, it still did 40 damage. Also, that just whatever was back there just made extremely short work of that ice wall.
Yep.
And that's roughly 200 HP, so that was like, what, 4 attacks and it died, so... Final floor. Can Septic get to?
One last elevator.
Yeah. I am again. Normally on my runs, I'm level 28. So Septic is literally 8 levels lower than what I like to be. Actually, level 24. But normally when I fight a lot, I'm level 28 for being comfortable. So this is a heck of a. Oh, there you go. Exit loop. Ah, complete opposite direction.
Yep, was going to be running the other way.
Strongest enemy in the game, probably the golems. They probably are the scariest, just from the sheer defense they have.
Now, luckily, spells don't care about that, so they just fold like a pack of cards. And that is nice, but if you don't have that, then they're walls. See? Yep. That is how it goes.
Queenie sacrificing itself just at the end there. Which, don't worry, it will be back in a second because cutscenes.
Yep, because this is a scripted boss fight. Everything happens according to plan. Poulet will not be able to focus, so we won't be seeing friendly 4th or 5th. Perhaps an interview.
Yeah. We'll probably do an interview. We'll blame Sand Knights constantly because these seeds were all Sand Knights. Septic just stopping. No conclusion for everyone. But yes, we have a bracket reset for the first time in the tournament history. Me and Sand Knight were discussing it. We were saying how there was no bracket reset for any of the loser brackets. So this is the first time it's happened in our little Discord.
Yep. We'll get to some grand finals, and that is very exciting.
Yeah. So
Hello, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope, that was Diesel leaving.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we have our first ever bracket reset. I see Septic join, and Poulet will join. There we go. And they'll get dragged over here, most likely. But yeah, that's the first time that's ever happened in our little Discord history of tournaments, so
Hello,
welcome.
GG. Septic and Poulet.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Thank you.
Those were sure some seeds.
I think we can all agree we blame Sand Knight universally for those.
Sand Knight!
Poulet, I gotta say, you hit every trap that Septic missed. Like
the trap
every
that you
trap.
failed. Interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so first of all, good game to both of you. I know that we will have a bracket reset, so we will have another match coming up sometime. Yes. Those were some of the worst luck I've seen. Yeah, those were some of the worst luck seeds I've ever seen.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Also, 2 wrong eggs in back-to-back seeds.
Yep.
Also, in one of the seeds, we had 1 troll maze and 2 troll souls. That's also very rare.
Yeah, it is.
I think the only egg I found was a volcano egg.
Poulet found one on floor, I want to say, 18 or so?
Yeah, the first one was 18. And then the second one, I think, was... It was before the Viper floors, but I can't remember exactly where it was.
Yeah.
But for seeds 2 and 3, Poulet literally threw 2 eggs, both being Balrongs.
That's funny.
I think you didn't find them because they were next to the traps I was coveting.
Yeah, honestly, like, the first seed, Poulet, you almost lost Queenie because of a paralysis trap in the door frame and 2 cyclones. Like, that was the start of the entire thing. Mm-hmm. And then we're watching Septic walk across that, doesn't activate, it keeps going. We're like, oh, okay.
Well, good for Septic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But this is the first time in our little Discord tournament history that we actually have had a bracket reset.
Really?
Yep, this is the first time. So next time it will be for all the marbles, so it'll be a grand finals. Mm-hmm. I would ask Poulet if you have any opinions, but we are a PG stream. But do you have any things you want to say, keeping because that was some rough luck.
No, it was rough.
But you didn't play bad. That's the thing. I kept pointing that out during the commentary. You weren't dying because you're making mistakes or doing whatever.
Yeah, I also made
you
a
just
few
had
mistakes.
everything thrown at you.
I was not playing very well on my A game, but I don't want. So for any suggestions, I would say maybe Sand Knight can reproduce, but maybe we don't use his seeds next time anyway.
Okay, I can actually say legitimately blame him because before the call, I pinged you both for the 1 hour warning, and he came in. He's like, "Come on, make it more like dramatic and like flair and all this other stuff." I'm like, "Fine, I will." So I typed up the message. I'm like, "I will get Sand Knight to make the seeds." So 100% blame Sand Knight for that.
Yes, we'll do as usual.
Yes, of course. Which we do have the icon back in the Discord now, so everyone can blame Sand Knight as much as they want. Also, the other thing, we have the runner links and the commentary links and the Discord. That is, technically that's a, I lost the icon or the link here for, there we go. And then that is our Discord link. There we go. I was actually going to initially post the...
Enjoy Azure Dreams.
And apparently join the Spoiler Goes Here channel instead of general if you join, because I posted the wrong one. Oh well. Anyway, but yeah, what did you guys think overall of the seeds? Like, other than obviously bad luck and whatever, like, how did you guys feel playing?
Honestly, I didn't feel too much like in terms of bad luck. Like, I missed most of the traps. I think I hit a paralyzed trap. I hit a couple bomb traps, I want to say.
It's like the first,
like mostly.
That's like what the first half of my first seed. All of these, and then I had the other seeds.
That's all together.
No, by floor 7 on the first seed, Poulet hit 5 traps.
It was real.
Yeah, if you rewatch the replay, Septic, you can see where the traps were pretty accurately, just by seeing where I pass. Oh well.
I tripped a few that just didn't go off. I mean,
actually, the big one that started the beginning of the end on that second seed.
Yeah. Also, the other thing as well is Poulet kept equipping cursed items, just by obviously bad luck, but that does affect traps RNG. So that could have been what it boiled down to in some cases.
Equipping an item doesn't dictate. Sorry, where you walk, right? It's more
true, but it does dictate. But it does impact like what happens when you step on a trap. Whether or not it is triggered is a matter of luck. The stat, not just luck.
I think I also had very bad luck with lifts.
Yeah.
This one Pulumpa refused to be lifted, I think 5 times in a row, and then Spider 3 times in a row. Like, could I please go through?
Well, even after everything, like, literally went wrong for your run in the third one, you still made it to, like, floor 33.
Yeah.
With, like, basically no supplies, constantly bombarded by traps, and Queenie died a horrible death. And then there's Septic on the other side who was like exploring an item room. It's like, oh no, I have too many resources. We look over at Poulet's screen, and Poulet's running for his life from 4 Vipers and stuff like that. We're like, oh, okay.
There's 3 spiders on the screen at the same time.
And then you dodged one, and one more came in the room. So it's like, oh, good. So like there was a really big juxtaposition between both the screens at the same time. It was definitely. Poulet took all the blunt of the bad luck on those ones.
I can admit it now. It was all orchestrated, so we have more Azure Dreams next week.
There we go. But I think exactly. Like no one's out of the tournament. It's just a bracket reset, and whoever wins will be the winner. So when you guys organize a match, we'll figure out commentary. SpeedGaming, I'll message other people to make sure that they know we actually have a grand finals, not just a finals. We're serious this time. Yes. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't have anything else to add unless anyone else does.
I don't believe so. Thank you to the folks at SpeedGaming. Thank you to everyone at home. And thank you to both the runners, and good luck in the grand finals.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.